Well, what a shame. So what I've done is just candled these eggs, something I've been meaning to do for a couple of days, but Saturday now, so I've got a little bit of time to do so, and I'm going around candling the eggs. So the first set that I've candled with Leo and the little hen we got over the back here, and it's their first time, and you all know that it's taken a while to get this hen to lay. We've had her for quite some time, like, you know, it's been many months, and she's been paired up with another male, and this was sort of our last option, is to put her with the big boy, because he's seems to have sorted her out. But unfortunately, the only egg that is fertile is this one just here. So yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment, but you know, what can you do? We'll just keep rolling with the punches. You know, I'm pretty sure this is like the first time she's laid in a long time, so I'm happy that we've got an egg. So, you know, we've just got to be grateful that we've got one that's fertile, and hopefully if she does go for another round, then maybe they will be fertile, both of them. I think this one might have been, it's hard to tell, but it's definitely clear and nothing in it, and that one's black with the perfect little white clear section at the top, which is the air sac thing they've got. So let's just put them back. What a shame. Beautiful little hen. And I think, you know, this pairing in the beginning I was like, no, not too bad, but now I'm kind of like, no, this is a pretty good pairing. The offspring out of this will be very interesting, very. And I was hoping that maybe we could have sent this baby to Pattaya. We still might. We'll just wait and see how things pan out. Okay, so just done these two, and they are fertile. I'm just using this little light because it's super bright. You can see, you can change it as well somehow there, change a different brightness, put it on that center one. I generally just put the egg on there. I might even just show you guys. It's probably a bit harder one-handed, but we'll zoom in, and you can see this one has all the little veins and stuff starting to form. And you'll see up on this tile where my finger is, you can see that what I'm talking about, the air sac area that's starting to form. That is really good to see. We'll just have a look at the other one as well. I generally wait till maybe a week and a half before I even bother looking at them. This one's the same as well. So at this point, you can see in the middle there, the little chick's starting to form, and it's actually moving because it doesn't really like the light. So that's really cool to see. And yeah, I'm happy about that those ones are fertile at least. And you'll notice the babies are gone. I've weaned them out, and we'll have a look at a moment where I've taken them. I did say, you know, on the weekend I'm going to move them, and that's what I did. I thought I'd get this video done nice and early. I've been in here and cleaned before the hot weather sort of sets in. I did check these ones as well. So these ones are not any good anymore. So something's happened to them, and whether this, I don't know, this pair is reasonably flighty. So what I think may have happened is that they've sort of just, you know, haven't sat on the eggs for a certain period of time. But yeah, a bit of a disappointment. I think at this point we'll just, that's it for this pair. They'll be wound off. I don't want to do any more breeding unless that's for a very specific purpose. Like obviously this is, you know, the Pattaya type stuff. There's only a couple pairs that are going to be working on that. But these were going to be for the race team, and that's pretty much over now. So it's a bit of a shame. Let me just turn this back on so we can have a little bit of a look there, so I can show you guys what I mean. So look at that. These eggs have been here quite a while, and you can see it's kind of watery, and you see how the actual air bubbles moving around in there. These ones I don't think were fertile, or so just never got sat on. You can see it's all yucky and watery. That's no good. So a bit of a disappointment, but like I said, we'll just keep moving on. That's all we can do. We'll just roll with those punches. I don't think we're going to do anything with these ones again. We'll just I think we'll just split that pair up, and maybe we'll repair them with different people in the coming season for our teams. But that's all we can do, to be honest. I'm not too stressed now anyway. I think we got 60 to 65 birds that we'll be able to race, and which a little bit less than last year, but oh yeah, we should be fine, I'd say. I don't want too many birds. It's just too stressful. I like just having enough that I can enjoy. When it gets too much and you're not enjoying keeping the birds, it's really not worth it. So I like to have that balance. You know, I've got a family and big property and work as well. So you know, these guys do take a lot of time. What's this little character up to? Such a character, this one. It's going to have a name. At this point, still thinking it's a hen, but really solid. So this is going to be a very interesting mix of Storm and Apache. And I think it's going to be one of the most interesting babies we've bred this season, apart from those ones that are coming, which I can't really talk too much about. So I'll go back a step here for a second and explain to you. So I've got these two guys looking really, really healthy. We'll bring them up here. Probably the best looking babies so far out of this pair. And I'm pretty happy about it, to be honest. So I'm going to keep a real close eye on these ones. Probably just keep that Turbosol on a regular basis with these just until you get them weaned and through that stress level. They'll probably only get it 1 to 2 more times anyway. So I'm not just going to be jamming it down their throat or whatever. It's going to just be in the water. And probably the next dose will be closer to when they start weaning. The parents are going to feed that to them anyway. So it's more just to manage that little bit of stress, and hopefully it doesn't sort of take advantage of them. But look at these guys, so well fed. Bit of a party going on over here. That's because the mother, the best hen, she wants to come back in here. I'll let her come back in. All right, so I'll let her come back in. I did put this other nest bowl in here for her in 83, and she's getting a little bit jealous. I think she's saying this is my bowl. There is another cockbird that we might have for this pairing. I was considering swapping her to one of the Kruger cockbirds we've got, but there may be, we're working on something. We might have something really, really super to pair with this hen, but at this point we haven't really locked it in yet. But our main focus is, because I might even just take that out for a few days until we're 100% on what this next pairing will be, because it will be probably, I just can't talk about it. It's potentially going to be that good. So these ones will concentrate on getting these weaned out, and we might even take the hen away just a little bit earlier in a week or so, and then 83 can just stay here, raise those babies, because cockbirds will do that no problems at all. And 83 is a really good father, and we might separate her, because this new one, if we do, it does come, it's going to come reasonably soon, and that's going to be our best bet for Pattaya pairing. So I don't want to go into too much, but you know, I hope it happens. If it doesn't, you know, worst case, she's just going to stay here, raise another round of them, and we'll most likely just put them into one of those in there as well. But yeah, we'll keep cruising on. That's just a little bit of a heads up for you. And our auction, we might just push that back a couple of months. So what we can do is get all the Pattaya birds bred out, and then we can look back at what we want to breed with. So we might just put 2 or 3 pairs down for that, but we'll wait and see. There's just a lot going on at the moment. But these babies, probably the best so far. I think this guy's really cool. Such a nice handling little bird. He's got some beautiful wings on him too. So I think he's got a really good mix. Because up until this date, the birds have been really interesting to mix out of these pairs. You two can continue on. I think Storm is going to lay again soon. I think he has been chasing her and pecking her, and it feels like she's close to getting ready to lay again, but she's a slow layer, so we'll wait and see from that one. But yeah, like I said, these guys are really cool, so we'll just see how this last round turns out. And I still may take those eggs away yet. They're only very young. I just kind of want to shut everything down, and we might even get that hen back out flying again. Because I really just want to put all my energy and focus into these couple of Pattaya pairings, because it's, you know, it's a bit of money, and it's, you know, kind of like a bit of a big deal, and we really need to get that focus onto those birds. So that will kind of be the main thing at the moment, and then once we got that sort of locked in, we can, you know, come back to the auction idea and continue sort of working on that as well. But all the babies looking good. Looks like 2 little checkers in there, which is really fantastic to see. And then this is the last round in here for these as well, and they've been collecting all these bits of seeds that are blowing around to build their nest with. But these two looking really, really good. And lastly, all the little babies that we've got in recently are out just relaxing. This is one of the ones we just weaned out. He's sort of, he'll snuggled up against Black New Moon over here, so settling in really, really well. The other one is over there as well. So yeah, happy how it's all turned out. Kind of just got to wind things down a bit now. and we've got a few bits and pieces in here we'll revisit shortly, but they are the last round and part of the race team, those ones. So stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try and get these birds out flying today, but that'll be later on once it cools down, if it cools down. It's getting pretty hot today.